Howdy doody. So, I guess my thoughts tonight are I'm always asked about Taurus. Okay, so I think in the early days, Taurus was hit or miss, but I think that's true with almost everything. Um, Short history Smith and Wesson had a plant down in Brazil, and Taurus bought them, and Smith and Wesson left all their stuff behind, and that's when they started using their tooling and stuff, and they did all their pistols, and quality control wasn't that great, and well, so it was hit or miss. It was always, is Taurus good? Well, today it is. I think they are good, and they've been good for quite a while. So I was asked the other day about the G3C. Now, I don't know if people know about that or not, but the G3C is like the third generation of a certain weapon. Now, I've always said that, buying a gun is like buying a car. It's always 50-50. And the same can apply. Buying a car is like buying a gun. It's always 50-50. You don't know if you get a junker or if you get a reliable automobile or if you get a reliable gun. It's the same thing. It just works that way. So I just want to talk about this one, okay? So this is the Taurus. This is the first iteration, okay? So it's the PT-111 G2, okay? So I did this painting on here, but it's the Millennium G2. It's the PT-111. Now it comes in 9mm. It carries 12 rounds in the magazine. The magazines are all steel. It's all pretty good, okay? The weapon itself is small and it's compact. I mean, I can put this in here. And okay, so it fits my hand. It's really small. It's got like a, I don't know, 3.5 inch barrel. It's really small. Okay. It comes with two magazines. Okay, so this is the way it came. Now, then, the success record on this was great. I did my research before I bought anything, and I checked this gun out, and people loved it everywhere. It's got a small little, you could put a light on it if you wanted to. It's only got one piece, so you have to get one of those really small lights, but they'll fit on there. It's not optics cut because that wasn't a thing then. It does have a loaded chamber indicator that pops up when there's a round in the chamber. It's got second strike capability. So, if you pull a trigger and the round doesn't go off, you pull it again, and 90% of the time, the round goes off. So it does have a second strike capability. It has a manual safety. It's not ambi, but it's like a 1911. It's got a frame mounted safety on it that works. It takes down like a Glock. There's one of these on each side. You just pull these down and the whole top end comes off along with your barrel and your spring. It works great. It's a metal top and it's got a polymer, bottom. Fairly aggressive checkering. It's a fine little piece. I carry it everywhere, to tell you the truth. It's not bad. It's a fucking good gun. It really is. It's got good sights on it. They might be a little bit old school with the white dots, but it's 3 white dot sighting system, which works fair for me. And the trigger is not the greatest, but not the worst, and it always seems to run. It's never jammed on me. It's never messed up. It's always worked great. So then Taurus comes out with the G2, which is the full-size model, and the G2C, which is this model. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is the texturing on the grip. So Taurus listened and they said, okay, well, we're going to change this up. It's in the front and it's in the back, and it's fairly aggressive. It's pretty good. But now the G2C came out with a different thing, with a different Taurus logo. Okay, now it's just the bullhead. So then they came out with the G3 and the G3C, which is the exact same thing. And they all work flawless. And everybody asks me, do you think they work good? Yeah, I do. I really do. Now, I have the PT111 G2 series, which is pretty much the first one that they came out with. They also came out with a 40 millimeter model, the 40 caliber, I want to say. The 40 caliber model, which was the, don't quote me, but it's a PT140, I believe. 40 caliber version, which I think is a fine round, but not as prevalent. Not as prevalent. So if you're running around and I don't know, SHTF happens and you come across some 9 millimeter, perfectly fine round. 12 round, good capacity. It's okay. It's not bad. 13 if you put one in the pipe. So one in the pipe, 12 rounds, 13 rounds. Okay? If you can't hit anything in 13 shots, then I don't know what to tell you. But I think they're just excellent weapons. I have a few Tauruses. In fact, I have the Taurus model 608, which was a revolver, and it was like a brushed stainless steel. And anyway, I polished the shit out of that gun. Now it looks like a Smith, and it's just highly polished. And I changed the grips because they had this funky ass rubber grips. I put the rosewood back on, or the wood, the checkered wood, and the thing looks great. I mean, it looks awesome. It's it's an 8-shot 357 Magnum revolver. It's huge. It's massive. It's all steel. It's a good gun. I like it. A lot of people complain about it. Not so great. But you know what? Some people get good ones. Some people get bad ones. I don't know what to say. So I think, then I got this little holster for it. It's inside the waistband. It's I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Anyway, but it's all leather. It works great. It holds the gun. You put it inside your waistband. It's small, but still fits the hand. I think it's perfect. It's wonderful. So, again, if you're in the market for a concealable weapon and you're concerned about, and prices too, it was only like $200 at the time. I mean, you can still find a G3C, the newest iteration, for less than $3. So I mean, with the same capacity, the same operating system, the only thing that's different is maybe the grip. That's about it. I don't know. It may not have the manual safety like I showed you. I don't know, but I just want to say that it's a great gun. I don't have any issues with it. So if you don't want to go Sig Sauer, the P365, or any of those micro little tiny wimpy guns with a 6-round capacity, or a Glock 43 that's just as expensive, but it's just low on capacity, or it's just too expensive or whatever, check out the Taurus G3C, because they are awesome. And the G2Cs are still around. You can still get them. Now, on the PT111, you might have to look on the used weapons, like like a gun broker, or your gun shop's used weapons department. I mean, sometimes that's the way to go, because they're good guns, dude. As long as you check them out and everything works good, I think they're good guns, man. I just don't have any problems with them. But that's all I wanted to do, is share this video. All right? Okay, thanks.